Hello and welcome back to Dragon Age Origin. We found a group of humans who told us that there is something going on in this mysterious cave, in these elven ruins as it says, and now we are investigating. We have in the cocoon some leather armor. Dalish armor gives me a little more dexterity. It's not really worth equipping. Oh boy.
Let us end this quickly! You have forced my hand! As you say, it will be done.
Okay. We beat the spiders. A little spider surprise. Okay, some health poultice. Okay. Chest, very nice. Splint mail. Way better armor, but requires more strength. Okay. Oh, there is a door.
As you say.
Let's see what these ruins are hiding. Where do we want to go? Let's go to the right first.
What is that? A trap? So shall it be!
Okay.
Die
Oh,
quickly!
that's not good. Get away from me.
Be gone! Now you die! I've been waiting!
This
Now you see
poison
true
missile.
power!
Take this one. No, not looting. There we go. Okay. We survived another spider attack. There's a lyrium potion. Some money. Some money there. And there's a trap.
Yes.
Almost stepped on it because I forgot about it. Oh, and we unlocked an achievement. We're so nimble. Okay. How does that compare? It's exactly the same. Now, do I want to go in here or do I want to circle around first? I think I want to circle around first and see if there's anything else. What's with... That looks interesting.
I can't believe this. You recognize this statue, don't you?
It looks vaguely familiar.
Back when our people lived in Arlathan, statues like these honored the creators. When the Shems enslaved us, much of that lore was lost. This looks like human architecture, with the statue of our people. Can these ruins date back to the time of Arlathan?
This isn't the time or place for a history lesson. It's interesting. So much of our past is lost to us. We're nowhere near Arlathan, and this proves nothing. Perhaps, but there isn't much left down here. It's interesting. That is what I would say. But I think our roguish character would be like, perhaps.
Yes. Time and decay take their toll. Still, there's bound to be something of value.
Maybe. So, okay, I have to go there. That is the objective. So let's look around. This way. Oh, I can't pick that lock. Insufficient skill, okay. Can I enter the other door there before we continue? Let's check that out. This one seems to be open.
It is some kind of trap.
Detected the trap. A little bit of extra XP for disarming it.
What is that? A trap?
Another trap. We have a splendid perception. Okay. Oh, spooters.
Now you die!
Let's take them down.
Clumsy!
Oh no, I'm missing my shots. I'm wet. Oh no.
Prepare to die!
A little bit of an awkward position here. Right in the doorway.
Yes.
I
It is
survived.
some kind of trap.
Where? Oh, there. I will disarm them. It's free XP. Never say no to that. Even though it's just 5. That where the spooters came from? Okay, some more money. Else here? No. Can I talk to
This
Tubman?
place makes me nervous.
What do you think of all this?
I'm not sure. This looks like a very old human place. Why would they build this? And why would elven artifacts be here? Maybe some of our ancestors lived here. In caves, like the dwarves. I'll stick to roaming the land myself.
Don't feel like anyone's home. More likely the elves here were slaves. You think the keeper will want to come here? Or did you want to come down here? Yeah. This doesn't really feel like anyone's home.
I don't know. I have this odd sensation that we've disturbed something. Like we just
spider
walked
sense?
into a dragon's lair. Well, whatever it is, it won't stop me. A Dalish hunter fears nothing.
Right on. If this is a dragon's lair, we are screwed then. By the way, I'm completely unfamiliar with this starting scenario for Dalish elves, so I actually have no clue of what's going to happen. Okay, let's progress to the main path. This one I didn't see.
You have forced my hand!
Let's take our weapons, our melee weapons, for this skeletonian. Ooh, that was a sweet move. Look at us.
Were those walking corpses? This place is haunted.
But they have health poultices, so that's not so bad. Great sword, lesser spirit bomb. What does that do? Use spirit bomb increases the user's resistance to spirit damage. Okay. The biggest trap of them all.
Of
course. That is a big boy. I found a big boy. Oh, I stunned him.
Yes.
Kick him in the nuts.
Not end well. So shall it be!
Did it. Look at that big boy. Oof. Tutorial leveling up. Every time you gain a level, your character gains new abilities and improves statistics. Left click on the plus button next to your character's portrait to level up. Let's do that. Oh, look at that. Okay. So, I think we go 2 Dex, 1 Cunning. Okay, can't get a specialization yet, it seems. Pick 1 skill. Improve coercion, stealing, trap making, improve survival, herbalism, combat training. Let's go to combat training. And then I will go into archery, rapid shot. Speed runs out over power while this mode is active. As the archer fires more rapidly, but without any chance of inflicting regular critical hits, okay? Pinning shot. A shot to the target legs disables the foe. Oh, that's good. I like that. That keeps them off from me when they run towards me. So...
By the creators! What?
As you say.
What was that thing?
It said like Barriscrin or so. Ranked creatures. The names of particularly challenging opponents are displayed in different colors to draw attention to the significant threat they represent. Opponents with yellow names are more challenging and aggressive than average. Orange names represent extremely powerful enemies, capable of threatening a full party of adventurers by themselves. What's this?
Of course.
Stud leather gloves. Is that better than what I have? Nope. What is... Look at that. A mirror. Before I interact with that, let's... Don't wear a belt, so let's put on the belt. It's not here? Ah, there. So that's plus 0.75 stamina regeneration. That's pretty good. Or at least better than nothing. Okay. Is that better than the Darmisu? No, that's the one that we have anyway. Okay. Oh, that's the bonus we get from the belt. Displayed in the... Oh, we can continue there? Oh. I don't know if I want... Okay.
You aren't going to leave without taking a closer look at the mirror, are
Why don't you
you?
check out the chest? Well, if you're so eager to look at it, go ahead.
I will. This is the only thing we've seen here that isn't broken. I wonder what this writing is for. Maybe this isn't... Hey, did you see that? I think something moved inside the mirror.
What? Is that the mirror? Get away from it.
Hold on, I just want to know what it is. Don't
That's
you
not
see
good.
it?
Oh boy.
There it is again. Can you feel that? I think it knows we're here. I just need to take a closer look. It's showing me places. I can see some kind of city. Underground. And there's a great blackness. It saw me. Help! I can't look away!
Don't touch magic mirrors that you find in elven ruins.
Can you hear me? I am very sorry.
Oh, it's Grey Warden boy. So, did he drag us out of the caves?
You're awake.
You've the god's own luck, Lethaline. You're back at camp. Everyone is worried sick about you. How do you feel?
How did I get here, Fenarel?
A Shem brought you back 2 days ago. You don't remember him?
Been here for 2 days?
He was a Grey Warden and appeared out of nowhere with you slung over his shoulder. You were delirious with fever. He said that he found you outside a cave in the forest, unconscious and alone. He left you here and ran off again. The Keeper's been using the old magic to heal you.
Is anyone looking for Tamlin?
Of course. Most of the hunters are off looking for him right now. But the Keeper wanted to talk to you as soon as you awoke. Stay here. I'll get her.
Okay.
I see you are awake, Dalan. It is fortunate Duncan found you when he did. I know not what dark power held you, but it nearly bled the life from you. It was difficult even for my magic to keep you alive.
That's not good. Duncan, is that the one who brought me back?
Yes. He introduced himself as a Grey Warden. Duncan thought there may have been darkspawn creatures inside the cave. Is that true?
I mean, I'm not sure. What does a darkspawn look like?
Like a man, but dark and tainted with evil. Perhaps you fought one in the cave and it wounded you.
No, it was a mirror.
A mirror. And it caused all this? I have never heard of such a thing in all the lore we have collected. I was hoping for answers when you woke, but there are only more questions. And Tamlin remains missing. He is more important than any lore in these ruins. If he is as sick as you were, his condition is grave. Duncan returned to the cave to search for darkspawn, but we cannot rely on him to look for Tamlin as well. We must go ourselves, and quickly. Do you feel well enough to show us the way, Dalan? Without you, we will not find it.
Well, I'm up for it. I'm fine.
I am relieved to hear it. I am ordering the clan to pack the camp so we can go north. Take Merrill with you to the cave. Find Tamlin if you can, but do it swiftly.
Okay. The clan is leaving?
If there is any truth to what Duncan said, then darkspawn may show up in these parts soon. We must get away from that horde. But that is not our only concern. Did you encounter any other humans out in the forest?
Yeah, actually.
Although you hurt no one, these humans roused their nearby village against us.
What?
As everywhere, our people are not welcome here. We have stayed too long, and we must move on, quickly.
I underestimated the racists. Okay. Are you not interested in the runes in the mirror?
I would be lying if I said I was not. But whatever knowledge lies in that cave is not worth our children. I send you back with hopes of finding Tamlin, and that is all.
Okay, take Meryl. Or that's us. Why do you want me to take Meryl?
Meryl knows a degree of my magic. Tamlin's chances of surviving the journey back are greater with her help.
Is that the
I also
Meryl
wish
from
for Meryl
Dragon
to see
Age
this
2?
cave and mirror. She has a sense for these
Didn't
things.
know that.
And could shed light on the nature of this illness.
That's interesting. But doesn't Meryl risk getting ill as well?
You recovered, and Meryl will too. Still, be careful. Should you come upon this strange mirror again, do not touch it.
Okay, take Meryl to the cave and find Tamlin. I understand.
Go quickly, for Tamlin's life hangs in the balance.
I have a question about this Grey Warden.
When Tamlin's life is at stake? Very well.
You can wait an hour more or so. So I thought the Grey Wardens disappeared.
Not quite, Dalan. After they defeated the Darkspawn long ago, the Grey Warden's numbers diminished greatly over the centuries. It seems the humans have little use for them if Darkspawn aren't actively raising their lambs. I suppose the thought of Darkspawn returning one day did not occur to them.
And they have returned?
The Grey Warden thinks so. A war may be in the offing. If so, we must get as far away from it as possible.
But could we not help in the battle?
Let the humans fight their battles, as we must fight our own.
But as we understand it, it wouldn't only impact the humans. Well, anyway, why did you believe anything this Chamberlain said?
He seemed honorable, and his care for your safety speaks well of him. I trust my judgment.
Fair enough. How did he know where to bring me?
He said he'd been looking for our clan, and had a hint of our whereabouts. As I said, you were fortunate. It is possible he sought a volunteer to join their order.
Dalish have joined these Grey Wardens before?
Indeed. The Grey Wardens once consisted of the best from all races. I know of no Dalish joining them since the days of the Darkspawn Wars, however.
What if he asks for one now?
It would be a great honor, though I don't know why any Dalish would choose such a life. Regardless, he has not asked.
Are these Wardens great warriors?
They are the best and most noble of all races, Dalen. Few can achieve their standards.
Well, I have no more questions.
Then do not tarry. Find Tamlin quickly.
But I'm curious about the Darkspawn.
Remember that Tamlin needs your help.
I guess. Didn't the Grey Wardens destroy the Darkspawn long ago?
They destroyed the last horde of Darkspawn to threaten the surface centuries ago. It doesn't mean they extinguished them all.
So you think that the cave was a Darkspawn lair?
Darkspawn are savage, uncultured creatures, more akin to locusts than men. They may have befouled the cave, but they did not build what is there. From the Warden's description, it may have been a temple devoted to an old god. Should we return, I may see it for myself.
Why did the Grey Wardens think that I had met a Darkspawn?
Darkspawn are filthy, diseased beasts that taint the very air around them. The Grey Warden seemed to think your illness came from this taint. Since you did not meet any Darkspawn, I don't see how that could be. No doubt he was mistaken.
What is a Darkspawn exactly? I've never seen one before.
They are mostly boogeymen, used to frighten human children. In modern times, they are rarely seen on surface lands. But rumor holds that great numbers dwell in the ancient tunnels of the Draganlan, the dwarves. They obliterate all that is in their path. Like a plague of locusts, they spread disease and misery when they come to the surface. An event to be feared, without doubt.
Could that bear-like monster have been a Darkspawn?
The old tomes say Darkspawn come in as many varieties as surface creatures. They also say that many Darkspawn are seen only during what the humans call a blight. Perhaps your bear monster was one of those. Then do not tarry. Find Tamlin quickly.
I need more equipment before I go.
Master Island can help you. Go to him and ask to see his stock.
Okay. Thank you. Okay. There's Fenarel.
Is the Keeper sending you back to that cave to look for Tamlin?
Why do you want to know?
I want to go with you. Keeper Marathari probably won't approve, but I can help find Tamlin.
I don't think that's a good idea.
Tamlin's my friend too. I want to help find him. If Meryl can risk it, so can I.
Well, I won't stop you then.
Good. I'll follow you, just to make sure Meryl doesn't go running to the Keeper when you tell her I'm coming.
That's fine. I mean, if he wants to join us, I think it's pretty dangerous, but if he wants to join us, I won't stop him. A little more support can't hurt. Child and an elf woman, hunters. Dalish armor. Island.
I'm glad you recovered. Once we find Tamlin, we can concentrate on the journey northward.
Thank you for the bow, Master Island. It is light and sturdy, much better than the one I made last year.
You are more than welcome. My father made it and used it in battle against the Clane tribes.
I will carry it with honor.
Oh, I could persuade him. Could I ask you for a bow as well?
One of my own crafting, perhaps?
Sure. That thing looks fancy.
It may not have a history, but you'll provide one for it soon enough, yes?
Sure. I would like to hear the story of your father's battle.
Then I am proud to tell it. Our clan was one of the first to flee the Dales. When we came to Ferelden, the fiercest of the Shimlin were the barbarians known as the Clane. We didn't wait for them to attack us. Every Dalish clan in Ferelden united to bring the battle to them.
We attacked them first?
They were barbarians without honor. They would have slain us without a second thought. The ensuing battle went well for us. That day we carved out our reputation of being the deadliest archers. Our arrows won us the right to wander these woods at will. It was this very bow that my father used that day.
Thank you for the tale, Master Island, and especially the bow. I will honor its history.
You better. Why would you relinquish such a relic?
We are all the same clan. His hand is as my hand. I have relinquished nothing. It was my father who first spoke of the Vir Tanadal, the three ways of the hunter. The first is the Vir Asan, the way of the arrow, to reach for our goal unrelenting. The second is the Vir Borasan, the way of the bow, to bend, but not to break. The last is the Vir Adalen, the way of the wood. We are as ancient as the forests, each tree a part of the greater land. All Dalish are united in this. One day, we shall have a homeland again.
Okay, may I see your crafts, Master Adam?
Of course. Take whatever you need.
Okay. Yes, some acid. Let's sell some stuff though. Equipped. Yeah, I can sell that one. How do I sell things? Okay, drag and drop. Dalish armor, can sell that one. Leather armor. Yeah, I don't really need it. Blood dragon plate, when did I get that? Seems very powerful. Can get rid of the Darmissus. Great sword I don't really need either. Scout's bow. Why do I have my swords equipped though? Okay, which is the best one though? I can get rid of the Scout's bow. I will keep these two. Just because I'm not sure if the other one is equipped. Carpet woven from farm. Can I? Feels like I should be able to sell that as silk carpet, right? Let's do that. Probably a big mistake. It's the most important item in the game or so. So what else does he have? One there. That's not better. Doesn't seem that he has anything really that I need. So, that's about it. Can I equip my... Okay. Oh, so we have another short bow. Now, do I want the Scout's bow or the Darkspawn bow? The Darkspawn bow does quite significant increase overall. -1 dexterity though, but let's take it. I think that is the special bow we got from him. Might be useful. Okay, let's look around. Paul and Juna.
Hello there. I don't think we've met.
Are you guys new?
Ah, it's good you're well. You weren't here when Paul arrived, were you?
I've heard of you. Everyone is talking about you and the other missing hunter. A Grey Warden brought you back here.
You're not Dalish, are you?
That obvious, is it? I just found your camp a couple of days ago. A lucky thing. I heard rumors in a nearby human village that a Dalish camp was close, and I hope to find your hunters in the forest.
You were fortunate I didn't shoot you, Paul. I thought you were a Shem, and a bandit at that. You're not the first city elf to rejoin his people. I'm sure you'll find life among us more satisfying than with the Shems, if no less harsh.
In the alienage, we hear terrible stories about the Dalish. They aren't true, right?
Only the parts where we sacrifice young owls to the god. Yeah, let's be a little bit cheeky.
That's funny. It is funny, right? You don't actually do that.
Well, we'll see. What's this? Okay. Oh. Full group, elf woman, child, hunter, a Charlie or a shell?
Yes.
Dalish boots. Let's talk to her.
By the creators, it is so good to see you whole and well. I was so worried.
Aneth Ara Ashal. It's good to see you too.
All that time you were ill, the Keeper didn't know if you were going to live or die. I've been outside the Keeper's tent the whole time. I have never been so relieved as when I heard you would pull through. What happened? Everyone says Tamlin may be dead.
They may be right. But he's missing. That's all we know right now.
That's awful. He's been a good friend to you since you were fledglings.
Mm-hmm.
You must be more careful. Your mother and father, may they rest in peace, would be horrified to see you take such risks.
Never spoken of my parents much, Ashal.
What happened to them is a sad tale, and it's in the past. Reopening old wounds benefits no one.
Don't we Dalish strive to learn from our past?
True. Perhaps you're old enough to hear this, though it hardly seems like the right time.
Is it ever a good time?
Very well. If I do not tell you now, you'll only wonder. Your mother was a hunter, one of the finest, and your father was the Keeper before Marathari. He was with us for a very long time. Your mother was from another clan, and her elders did not approve of the match. She and your father had to meet in secret. One day, bandits caught them alone in the forest. Your father was killed, but your mother escaped.
Humans killed my father?
Yes, but also city elves, too. Those of our kind living with humans do not hold to the old ways. Your mother held to life long enough to give birth to you. But grief racked her heart. One night she simply walked into the moonlight and never returned.
I don't know what to say about that.
The clan decided not to discuss this around you, lest it poison your heart with sadness.
Can't believe I've never heard this tale.
Our people have learned to live with much sorrow. It seemed only right that we not dwell on it. Your mother did leave you a gift. Something of your father's for you to have once you were older. Perhaps the time has come.
Where is it?
Take this key. You'll see some chests behind the storage Aravel by the Halapen. One of them was your mother's. Its contents are yours if you wish.
Okay. Hunter and a child. There's Meryl. I won't talk to her just now. First I want to get my family heirloom. What?
Of course.
Oh, I guess that's a statue. That freaked me out. Again, I will read the the entries
Anathara,
later.
it's good to see you recovered.
How are the Hala faring, Marin?
They fare well. The Keeper called for the clan to move on, and they will be ready to take us. One is heavy with calf, but it shouldn't be a problem.
Okay.
May I ask of Tamlin's fate? Some say the clan will leave before we find him.
We're going to find him.
The Hala mourn our fallen.
I hope so, at least.
No sound is more heart-wrenching than their mourning cry. At least they won't be crying over you. They are quite fond of you.
I hope so. The Hala are beautiful creatures.
I admire them for their strength and pride. They are equals, not servants like the Shemlin horses. At any rate, I do not envy the Keeper's decision. I'll pray for Tamlin's safe return.
I mean, to be fair, if they are equals, why do you keep them behind fences? But I'm not here to question our culture. What's this? Pile of sacks. Another Darmisu. Pival or Pavel. There's a scroll. A codex entry.
So you have returned to us, Dalen. We are grateful you are whole and well.
Sure, old man.
Such disrespect you show your elders. At least you still have fire in your belly. What were you two thinking? Wandering in there without first coming to tell the Keeper? Are you that foolish?
Want to see if there was anything to tell.
Once you saw what was inside, you should have returned. But you kept exploring, didn't you? I suppose your youth can be forgiven. Sadly, Tamlin pays the price. Losing you would be a terrible crime, Dalen. You belong to more than just yourself, or do you not remember?
What do you mean?
Let us tell these children of the fall of the Dales. You can honor me by sharing in the telling.
I don't know if I remember all of the tale.
All Dalish should know this tale, and hold its lessons close to heart. How our history stays alive when our young have no interest, I'll never know. Children, hear of the fall of the Dales. Hear the tale of what makes you Dalish. Long ago, our people were slaves to the humans. Yes, slaves to a terrible empire the humans built on the darkest magic. When it fell, we became free. We built a homeland in the Dales, worshipping the creators, and rebuilding the culture and history we lost in our long years of slavery. But the humans would not leave us be. They were resentful, because we would not worship their gods, and because we put our people first. Over the years, their nations grew cold toward the Dales. In their eyes, we were blasphemers and cruel tyrants. A war erupted. The humans invaded our homeland in the name of their one god, denouncing our sacrilegious nation. And so the Dales fell. They took our lands and dispersed our people, forcing us to live in their cities and abandon our gods. But many of us refused to relinquish our ways. We instead chose to scatter to the winds, wandering the lands. To survive and preserve our culture, the clans stay apart, until the day the Elvenan have a homeland once more. We shall then return the old ways to those of our people who have lost them. We are the Dalish, keepers of the lost lore, walkers of the lonely path.
We are the last Alvanan. Alvanan, never again shall we submit.
At least you remembered the Oath of the Dales. I appreciate your forbearance nevertheless, Dalen. I will let you get back to your tasks. I pray you find Tamlin quickly.
I would like to hear more about our history.
Now that's something I rarely hear. Of course.
Do no books record our history?
When the humans enslaved us, they took away our language, our history, and our immortality. We quickened to the pace of life and retained nothing of ourselves. We were slaves for so long that even when we became free, there was little for us to recover. If books still exist, I do not know of them.
Tell me about Arlathon.
Ah, yes. The Lost City. Before the Shemlen enslaved us, even before they came to this part of the world, our people lived in glorious Arlathan. Legends say that our ancestors were immortal, and we possessed magic the Shemlen could only dream of.
Why do the Shems allow us to exist if they hate us so much?
Perhaps they have no choice. Dalish clans are scattered to the winds and rarely gather, which makes us difficult for any organized effort to destroy. And why bother? We have nothing they want. No land, no treasure, and we always move on, allowing no one to grow too angry with us. Some might see this as cowardly, but we are proud. We are the last, and we will survive.
What happened to the elves who didn't join the Dalish?
They remain in human cities, forgetting all they once had. We call them flat ears, but they differ little from their Shemlen masters. A few may return, but we must accept that they know nothing of the lore, or why we keep it.
Do you think we'll ever find another homeland?
We can hope to find a new home one day, where the Dalish and the Flat Ears will build a land greater even than Arlathan. We shall teach the Flat Ears the lore they lost, and perhaps they will teach us to understand the Shemlen at last. That is the only way we shall truly live in peace. Then I'm sure you have much to do, unless you've other questions.
What do you know about the Grey Wardens?
The one who brought you back? Very little. He seemed decent enough as humans go. As for Grey Wardens, they're heroes without a doubt. Members of our own clan joined their ranks in ages past.
What do you know about Darkspawn?
Only that they eat living flesh, and lurk in underground tunnels, once ruled by the Dergenlen, the dwarves. In the last blight long ago, the Grey Wardens all but wiped them out. Should they return, all races will shudder.
Did elves ever live in caves?
I've never heard of such a thing. But in the days of ancient Arlathan, we lived free and spread far across the continent. We were as varied as the Shemlen, though fewer in number. Perhaps some of us lived in caves then, but all knowledge from that era is lost.
Interesting. I should go.
Of course. May the gods guide your path, Dalen.
Okay.
It will be done.
Let's take these boots. Ooh. Large chip natural crystal. Requires 18 constitution. Cannot equip item on this character. Okay. Oh, well, is this our family chest? Splint mail. Heirloom necklace. Plus 10% spirit resistance. That's pretty good. Can I open this one? And a clan shield. Okay, let's equip our necklace. More spirit resistance, and now let's go to Meryl. She's here. Oh no. Where is journal? The codex. Let's go over the codex quickly. Giant spider. Giant spiders tend to appear in old ruins and other places where the veil has become thin because of magical disturbances or a greater number of deaths. In such places, spirits and demons pass into the world of the living and attempt to take control over living beings. Spiders among them. Not all scholars accept this explanation for the presence of these beasts, however. Some claim that the thinning veil allows magic to leak from the Fade, tainting such creatures as the spiders to transform into larger and more potent creatures than they ever would become naturally. While such spiders are known to possess powerful poisons and the ability to fling their webs at opponents in combat, studies of them have been few and the full range of their abilities is unknown. Okay. Magic and religion. Gillanine, mother of the Huller. They say Gillanine was one of the people in the days before Arlathan and the chosen of Andriel the Huntress. She was very beautiful, with hair of snow white and as graceful as a gazelle. She kept always to Andriel's ways, and Andriel favored her above all others. One day, while hunting in the forest, Gillanine came across a hunter she did not know. At his feet lay a hawk, shot through the heart by an arrow. Gillanine was filled with rage, for the hawk, along with the hare, is an animal much beloved of Andriel. Gillanine demanded that the hunter make an offering to Andriel in exchange for taking the life of one of her creatures. The hunter refused, and Gillanine called upon the goddess to curse him so that he could never again hunt and kill a living creature. Gillanine's curse took hold, and the hunter found that he was unable to hunt. His prey would dart out of his sight and his arrows would fly astray. His friends and family began to mock him for his impotence. For what use is a hunter who cannot hunt? Ashamed, the hunter swore he would find Gillanine and repay her for what she had done to him. He found Gillanine while she was out on a hunt with her sisters and lured her away from them with lies and false words. He told Gillanine that he had learned his lesson and begged her to come with him, and she could teach him to make a proper offering to Andriel. Moved by his plea, Gillanine followed the hunter, and when they were away from all of her sisters, the hunter turned on Gillanine. He blinded her first and then bound her as one would bind a kill fresh from the hunt. But because he was cursed, the hunter could not kill her. Instead, he left her for dead in the forest. Gillanine prayed to the gods for help. She prayed to Algernon for vengeance, to Mother Mythal to protect her, but above all she prayed to Andriel. Andriel sent her hairs to Gillanine, and they chewed through the ropes that bound her, but Gillanine was still wounded and blind, and could not find her way home. So Andriel turned her into a beautiful white deer, the first Hala. And Gillanine found her way back to her sisters, and led them to the hunter, who was brought to justice. And since that day, the Hala have guided the people and have never led us astray, for they listen to the voice of Gillanine. From the tale of Gillanine, as told by Gisharel, keeper of the Ralaferin clan of the Dalish elves. The city elves. It is hard to tell our children about those of our people who have decided to live in the Shamblan cities. They ask, why would anyone want to be treated like that? And sometimes I do not know what to say. I do not understand it myself. They were freed, but they have returned to live in the service of their former masters. They are housed like animals in walled sections of the Shamblan cities. They do the meanest of tasks and are rewarded with nothing. Why? I do not know. We tell the children that the elves are strong, that we are a proud people, but they hear of the city elves who choose to toil under the human's heavy hand. How do we teach them pride when they know there are others who would allow themselves to be trampled into the dust? So we tell them that these city elves are to be pitied, that they have given up on their people, given up their heritage. We tell them that the people are so used to being controlled that when freed, they know not what to do with themselves. They are weak and afraid of the unfamiliar, afraid of our life of wandering. Above all, they are afraid even to hope that one day we may have a home of our own. Gisharel, keeper of the Ralaferin clan of the Dalish elves. Okay, don't have to go over the controls, just clicking it away. Wonderful. And this is where we end it for today. Thank you all for watching today's episode of Dragon Age Origins. Much appreciated. If you enjoyed the episode, please consider subscribing to the channel and giving a thumbs up on the video. That helps me out a bunch and will bring you more content in the future. I will be back with more Dragon Age Origins very soon. Until next time, have a great time. Bye-bye.